today. From the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Throwing on first down. Hills looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lewis. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hills got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2. looking to throw. Hills. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has. If he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, this defense for the Lions very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The throw over the middle taken in, and it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On first down, Hills. Shakir hauls it in. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Hills. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 3rd down, Hills. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. This a 31-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Another run for Gibbs here. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. They'll try the air now with Goff. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 4 yards on the pickup, it'll be 2nd down. Here's Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
When you look at this Saints defense,
they've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
he's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's Goff. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
The Lions sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
These two teams all tied after one. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive.
And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast.
Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach, because you love the extra effort, right? When he break a couple of tackles, I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
It'll buy some time right.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
In motion left goes Burks. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Hills. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Hills.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
2nd and 6. They'll go again with Gibbs. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Goff now looks to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Hills.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun. Hills work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again.
Tries the right side, finding Woods here.
Touchdown! Jelani Woods, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Saints are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession.
It's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want it to. So how do you cover it?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect him. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, he's the one who can go up and come down with it, finds a way to.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams,
77 yards.
and the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive. Hills. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Hills.
A short throw pulled in by Woods.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
2nd and a couple.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That pass taken in by Burks. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team, because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
The second half starts with a run by Gibbs.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So still 14 yards to go. 2nd down.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Goff.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now he'll try to run with this. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way. A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down. Off play action. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Prater for the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
To throw on 2nd down. Hills. A short throw pulled in by Woods.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hills. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aleem McNeil able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now a play fake, and it's gone.
They'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Back to throw. Hills. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the 2 of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
On now comes the Lion offense. They'll be asked to go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Throwing after the interception. Hills. Over the middle, complete. That's Lewis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
Over the middle into the hands of Burks.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and 2, Hills.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st and 10, Hills. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw. Hills.
A shot downfield for Burks.
And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Back to throw. Hills. And that is caught. Now they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Badgley on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 74 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Goff. That is caught. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Goff going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out.
Touchdown! Jamison Williams with career touchdown number 60. And the Lions up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit. But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Throwing to start the drive. Hills, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hills, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone, as time has run out on this ball game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Detroit, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.